Hey, last time the music was too loud, so when I watched the VOD, I could barely hear myself talking. I hope that I have everything like I hope I have everything level wise sounding good. Um, I already got the project over. Shit, today what I got for my Trello. Let me go. Um, I've been writing a lot of stuff down, man. The project on paper is really coming together. Uh, I'm I want to have three of me so I could fucking have one of me working over there on that computer, another one just jotting down ideas, swapping out with whoever gets tired. Um, but yeah, today, so on my Trello, I got add toggle sprint, which I've already done that. I just gotta fine tune it, and then for the slide mechanic, um, we gotta make sure that that looks a certain way. So right now the status. Let me go into full screen. Right now, I do gotta add sensitivity for my mouse because it's like I barely move, like, and I'm doing a 360. So I did a little bit more to the jump. Um, I kind of like made it so you're not so floaty, but I still want to go in there and mess with that. I still can't land that, dude. All right, so the newest thing that I've added is a slide. So here, if you, which is fucked up. So here, if you go through here, you can't run through here. And for some reason, I was in the crouch mode while sprinting, so that's a bug. Or is it just? Oh no, that was definitely a bug. All right, so yeah, so and now you can slide underneath things like this, and it doesn't really hinder your movement. Like you can go slide, go right back into running, so you'll be able to slide and jump on walls and stuff like that. Like I said, everything is still needing fine tuning and stuff like that. But the fact that I was able to get the movement sort of to where I wanted to get to in the amount of time that I've been working on it is actually something I'm really excited about, which is what's keeping me motivated, to be honest. Because if I don't get the movement system down, um, you kind of don't want to play this game because like it's really about movement and being able to have that first player shooter feel, but focus on magic. And like I said, man, movement is important to me. I added like a little if you pay attention to the hands, like I added like a little sway, like when you move, it kind of adds some weight to how you move. Um, I still need to work on more animations and stuff for the hands and shit like that. But that's like something that's low level. But yeah, I've just been running around in this bad boy pretty much, trying to find different bugs like shit that happens that's not supposed to happen, but it happens. So I gotta go into the code and figure out why it's happening and try to eliminate or at least mitigate the amount of times that it's happening. But you can see like jumping now seems a little bit more like it's still floaty when you're coming from a higher up place and stuff, but it's pretty good. But yeah, it looks pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie. Minus, there's no visual representation of you sliding, like, and that's what we're gonna work on today. Actually, is a little visual representation of you starting the sprint, you starting the slide. So I'm gonna just get in there, go to work a little bit. Uh, Music keep you guys, bouncing around. I hope that it sounds all right. I don't have my headphones in. Let me see. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's too loud neither. Um, Maybe I could turn it up a little bit, but it sounds all right. But yeah, man, if you got any questions, you got any suggestions, you got any thoughts, leave them in the comments. Oh, I'm just up. Okay, we're still. Where are we at? Yeah, we're there. Okay. But yeah, get at your boy. Shit, I ain't doing much. I'm just digging in. Um, and I'm also gonna talk through the shit that I'm doing just to help myself stay organized in my brain. So right now, because I know I'm gonna create a camera shake, I'm gonna go ahead and create a camera shake class. Camera shake is pretty important. Um, this last course that I took, it went in a lot about just how a camera shake could really bring life to the game. Put this in a general folder because it's like something that's not a component. It's not really it's not really something that's has a defined name. So I just put it in the general folder. Let Unreal cook. Um, this is what people dislike about Unreal Engine because it compiles the engine and then it compiles the shit that you made. So it takes a little time. It takes a little time for everything to build and stuff like that, but I ain't gonna lie, man. This is. I miss Unity, don't get me wrong, but the only reason I miss Unity is because of how simple it was. And I have been working in Unity for almost a year, so it wasn't that it was simple, it's just that I started to understand it. So now that I'm getting in this engine, I'm starting to understand it, and it's like this shit has some of the same, if even better, systems that Unity has. It's just you have to learn your way around this. Like this, the ocean. It's sharks in the ocean. It's cat. Don't. I'm not trying to be politically correct. But there's big fish and there's small fish in the ocean. And shit, if you're gonna get bigger, you gotta eat those small fish. And if you're gonna beat the big fish, you gotta be big enough. So basically, what I'm saying is, Unreal, you gotta learn the small shit so that you can take on the bigger things that's in the engine. Because everything kind of builds upon itself. Like the small systems make you understand the bigger systems. And that Unity is like a controlled sea world. You got, you know what I'm saying? Like you got big fish, you got small fish, but they all compact and separate. It's not too. I probably should have opened up Visual Studio to make this go faster because that's probably what's taking so long. But yeah, while y'all waiting, man, while we waiting, follow me on social media. I'm streaming on YouTube. I'm streaming on Twitter. I'm streaming on Twitch. I am also streaming on Facebook. And if they add Instagram, I'd fucking stream the Instagram. But my Instagram's up there. I post little 1 to 2 minute clips of updates. I haven't done one because the update that I have to share with you guys is not really like an impactful update. Like it's impactful for me, but it's not impactful for anyone to watch because there's not much to talk about. Like I just added the slide. I tightened up the like the movement. I added a small feature where you know what I'm saying you have sort of like your hands are like you know what I'm saying you don't move like this. You don't move when you moving and shit. You don't move like this. You move like your body offsets itself. So I kind of added something like that with the movement and like I said, everything is like in the beginning stages. You guys get to see a game go from this to whatever it's going to develop to in the next 6 months or year or 2 years, whatever time it takes. Um, so yeah, for that camera shake class, first let me fucking create some folders, man. character. Because I'll put my AI in there and we'll do game mode. Okay, so create a new folder here. This folder is gonna hold all my general items. Oh yeah, this just reminded me. So yeah, I'm gonna create these two camera shake classes. So I'm gonna make one for when you land. So it's gonna be one that happens also when you jump and you land on something. It's gonna give you a little wobble, and then when you start sprinting, it's gonna give it that wobble like you taking off. So I'm gonna call this BP underscore camera shake land. And then I didn't save it in the folder, so I gotta move this to my general folder because I'm an idiot. And I don't know why. I don't know what number that is. If that's somebody calling me with something important, I'm sorry, I don't recognize the number. I learned a long time ago in the military not to answer numbers that you don't have saved. Because it might be somebody calling you from another number trying to get you to do some shit that you don't want to do. We're going to duplicate this and we're going to call this camera shake acceleration. Yeah. I know why a lot of you motherfuckers don't want to code because y'all can't spell. Nah, I'm joking. We're gonna mess with these later. This is just a data table basically. I'm gonna plug in some numbers, but since I'm not gonna use them just yet, I'm gonna go ahead and just work on the other thing, which is the FOV, which I need to create another curve for. So we're gonna call this the FOV curve. Where is it? Miscellaneous, a curve, and it's a float. Go ahead and call this FOV curve. So basically how these curves work, it's like anybody ever animate or keyframe something, it's basically keyframe animation, but simple. So I'm gonna right click, or not right click, it's middle click. And at 0, I wanna be at what the default, basically I'm gonna do, should I go 0 to 1 or should I go 90 to 60? No, I'm gonna go 0 to 1 because say the player, oh, they left a voicemail. That might have been important. Say they left a say they left a voicemail. Say the character changes their default FOV, which will update inside of the code, and it'll save that variable as the default FOV. I don't want to set this to a number like 90, which is the default FOV of Unreal right now, because whenever this curve gets called, it's going to start from 90 every time. It's not going to start from their FOV to whatever the target FOV is. So what I'm going to do is go from 0, which is no alterations, and then the next keyframe will be we'll take, like, I want to say maybe 0.2 seconds to get to the full oh shit, just to get to the full, I'm sorry, I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. Just to get to the full, whatever the number I set inside of the code, which you'll see. 0 means I make no alterations. 1 would be whatever I alter with the number that I put in, like the altered number that I put in, and it'll take 0.2 seconds to do that. It'll take 0.2 seconds to get there. So I need to create a new timeline inside of my character base. Yeah, inside my character base. And man, I tried to do this timeline right here, which would have been great, but it's not too, like the timeline that I'm working with now is not bad at all. So I'm not complaining. So we're gonna call this F timeline, FOV slider, or FOV adjustment. You want everything to kind of make sense. So when you look back at it, it's like, why did I do this? Oh, to adjust the FOV. Let me check Twitter, see if anybody's in there. I appreciate anybody that does stop by these streams, man. This is not the typical streams, but I see a lot of other game devs. They like to stream their progress, and it's like, shit, I want to stream my progress too. So I do appreciate anybody that falls through. Let me hear how it sounds. That sounds good. Sounds, you can't hear the music, but I'll change that. Let me see. I'll add a little bit more volume on this. Let me hear it now. Okay, it took a while for that change to pop up on the stream, but it sounds good. I'm gonna put this in a function, bro. And I'm gonna put it inside of this function that I already made. So let me take this shit out of comment. It's like slide curve. Copy this. Location timeline. And we'll delete all of this. Yeah, the reason I didn't delete all this is because I actually wanted to try to make this work in the future. Nah, I won't mess with that. I'm gonna keep that. We'll just leave it how it is right now, and I'll come back and adjust that shit when I have more knowledge. So now, oh, forgot to create my curve. Where have I been putting the curves at? I think I've been putting them up here. Oh yeah, okay. So, copy this. This is a U-curve float pointer. That is one thing that is very, very, you gotta wrap your head around a pointer. Because in Unity, you create a public variable so that you can fill it once you get into the editor. And that's what you're doing right here. You're creating a pointer inside of, if you make a blueprint out of this base, if you make a blueprint, this U property, edit anywhere, basically it's saying public U-curve float, and then you name your U-curve float. And this is FOV curve. So now that I got that curve, I can go in here and check if that curve is valid. Oh shit. So if I have that curve put in the blueprint, then we can go ahead and run this code right here. So I F on timeline, and what I'll do is just copy this so I don't gotta fucking type it again. F on timeline float, we'll call this timeline camera FOV. Camera FOV. Should I say slide? Let me make this. I'll just keep it here. Camera FOV. Timeline camera FOV. I'll leave it. I probably put a comment on there to make it easier for myself. So I say timeline camera FOV dot bind U function, and it says the U object that we're looking for the function. The U object that this bind U function call is going to search for the function we give it, which is this. And then F name, we'll say, for now, I'll call it camera FOV timeline. So what I have to do here now is copy this, go back to the header, and in my timelines right here, I'll put it under this one. Just give it the U function, just to be safe. Oops, doesn't need that. We'll call this void, copy and paste. Boom. We'll make an implementation of that. And all this is going to do is take my default FOV, whatever it is, and adjust it to zoom in over a amount of time over the timeline. And then, so I have to create a couple more variables too, which is not too bad. My default variables, which I've been putting here inside the private section, these are variables that's not going to change. So this is a float. This is my default FOV. And then in begin play, what I'll do to get that default FOV is here. Default FOV equals get world get first player controller, then we'll get the camera manager, player camera manager dot default FOV. No. Oh, what the fuck? Did I name that the same thing? No, public float. Oh shit. Alright. So, and then you know what? I'll go ahead and print that in a UE log just to see what it is. UE log, log temp, the temporary log, and I'll have it be yellow. That's what the warning is for. And then I want it to tell me the default FOV is, you need to do this to have that plug in, and we'll plug in the default FOV. So if we go back to the editor, well, first I'm gonna build it here, it'll build faster over here. Or it might build at the same speed, who knows, I don't really know. I appreciate people sharing this stream too, man. Like I said, this is some shit that I don't know if anybody fucks with this, but I get excited about this type of shit. This is like the ultimate brain exercise for me. And my girl gets off probably around 2, so I'll be streaming at least till 2. I'll try to knock this FOV out before 2, and then I'll try to get that camera shake in as well. That way my Trello board can be cleared. I can put some new tasks on there, and we'll work from there. Hey, while we're waiting on this build, man, follow me on social media. I don't even care if anybody's watching this. You go back and watch the VOD. It's gonna be here. My social media gonna be there. Kane.Godtier on Instagram, Kane Godtier on YouTube, Kane Godtier on Twitter. So it's pretty much, if you type in Kane Godtier, you'll find me. I just had to put the period in there because someone else had the name on Instagram, I believe. 2 out of 6. We almost there. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie, coding gets me kind of hard.
It kinda gets me crazy, you know what I mean? You get to use your brain start working and shit, you start feeling, oh, fuck, Jesus.
Yeah, man, you know, it's just something that I find interesting as fuck. But it finished building, so let's get in there. Let's get in there. The first thing I'm gonna do is go to my blueprint and set up that that curve. Boom. So it will never return false. The other thing I wanted to do was to just play the game and look at my log and see what it says. Let me clear this. See, this is gonna bother me, bro. What is this? Attempted to access a missing property. And is that because if you are you attempting to use the editor only property player BC in the transient? Because all my shit, which I don't understand why it happens like that. Let's see if that pops up again. Can't find file. Can't find file. What the fuck? Oh, sorry. I gotta recompile. Magus. My bad. I got a hot reload. Yeah, Unreal is crazy. No, it's doing it again. Where's my arms at, man? Where's my fucking arms? Huh? Ah, I know what it is. I gotta restart the project. Since I moved my my character's blueprint into a new folder. The engine doesn't remember it. The engine's already loaded that asset in that place. Like when I first started this project, the engine loaded that asset in the place that it was at. I moved it. The engine still has it loaded in memory where it was at before I moved it. So it's trying to recognize something that's not there, but it's still doing that. Okay, so it says can't find this. Can't get to BP. I don't know why it's doing that. I'll probably have to Google that. I moved absent modes. Oh, here we go. BP game mode, that's why. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Don't got Google shit. Use your brain, son. Okay. Your default FOV is 90. Okay, bet. So I was right about that. So this is printing out my default FOV. So I can get rid of this log. And now I continue with this. So we want to say, what did I call that? What did I call that? It was called camera FOV. No, that's not it. It was called camera tilt, camera FOV. No, what did I fucking call it? Sorry, I gotta go back to the, it's called FOV adjustment. So FOV adjustment dot add insert float, and we want to add the camera FOV curve or the FOV curve, and then we want to bind it to this function, the function that's binded to a function. Like you gotta sew code together. That's how I think of code. So this is all set up, right? And how I want this timeline to work, right? So when I slide, I want the timeline to go through all the way to the max. I want to zoom out. It's actually gonna zoom out. So I'm gonna add. Good thing I thought of that. I'm gonna add to the FOV. So I'm gonna take it from 90 to whatever. And then whenever you get out of the timeline finish, yeah, on timeline finish, I don't want to do anything because this is just going to go from where it is and reverse back, or you'll stop it. Like I'll stop the timeline. No, I will always reverse this timeline because I always want to reverse back to the default FOV. So I don't have to have a timeline finish function, which is, you know, the function that I would call whenever the timeline got to the end of that curve that I made. So let's just do a quick search for this, and I'm gonna take something from here. Basically, I want to say if I'm crouching, which I should type now, if B is crouching, if I'm crouching, I want to check if my current movement state is equal to sliding. If that's the case, we want to do this timeline. We want to say float timeline value is equal to what is the name? God damn it! It's called FOV adjustment dot get playback position. And then we want to say float which is a good one for this, not this one right here. We want to say float target FOV is equal to fmath dot lerp fmath lerp float, and we want to lerp from the default FOV to, and this is, let me just, okay, so I just say float, and this will actually be final FOV. Final FOV, this will be target FOV, and this will equal the default FOV plus, let's just say, we'll make a variable because I want to be able to test this in the editor. So in my, no, it's not a movement thing. I probably have to make a new section for camera variables. I'll just put it here. Yeah, I'll give it this. I don't want it to have that timeline though. So we'll paste that. It's not a category of timelines, it's more of a category of camera call this FOV offset. And I'll default it to 20 right now so it doesn't be 0. So we'll take that and add the FOV offset. So now we want to go from the default FOV to the target FOV at the speed of this timeline, which is a smooth transition. So where is that? It is called the get float value. So I'll do FOV curve dot get float value, and we're gonna get the float value at the timeline value. And I think that's it. Oh, okay. Then we would get world dot get player, get first player controller, which I'm gonna have to change this to get local first player controller, which I should just do right now. Get local, get first local player from controller. Yeah, here, that player camera. So how will I network this? Get first player controller. I know what I could do. I would gameplay statics dot get player controller. No, I don't want to do that. Get player manager. And what do I have passed in here? Pass in the U object, world context object, this, and 0. And then we want to set default, or no, just say default FOV is equal to final FOV. I might have to change this because this is not network. But since I'm not, this is not something I would call on the server. This is something that's specifically for the local characters. And this is why it's gonna take me a while to make this game, because my understanding of multiplayer is not that deep. But I understand how to make games. And now, since I understand how to code and make games, I want to learn how to make a game work with multiplayer. So, yeah, I think that'll work. I think that will work. And now, when we slide, we'll call this right here. Well, actually, we'll call something different, but let me find that. Sorry, I just like to have all this shit. If I'm not using it, put it somewhere. Timelines, input, component, functions. No, it's not a private helper functions. Called, what did I call it? God damn it, FOV adjustment dot play from Start. I guess I could just call play. And then I'll say FOV adjustment dot reverse. Okay. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that might be it. It feels good. And crouch. I also want to call in slide here. Oh, there's a one vital part. So if FOV adjustment dot is playing or FOV dot adjustment is reversing, then we want FOV adjustment dot tick timeline to tick. And I think we got something here. We'll see. We'll see. While we're waiting on this to, you know what I'm saying, go ahead, follow me on social media. Go ahead, show your boys some support. Right now, I got 89 subscribers on YouTube, man. I'm trying to get to 100, even though, I mean, eventually I want to get paid off this stuff, but shit, I got to get to a certain point. So, hey, if there's somebody here in Twitch, what you doing, baby? What's up, man? Yeah, so I got to get to a certain point in my stats to even be considered, you know, for payment opportunities. But can't do that without you guys, so help a brother out. I'm trying to work from home, man. I don't want to work no job, man. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we fucking go. I don't know why this bug pops up, dude. I don't know why. It's so weird, and it just comes out of nowhere. But I found a fix for it the other day, and the fix is just to go here, reload this, go back in here, compile this, and it works. Which is fucking stupid. All right, let's see if I get those errors again. I'm not getting those errors. Let me clear this because that's scary. All that red is scary, baby. All right, so. I don't feel like the FOV changed. But we can see. We can do a couple of logs here. Close that. Let's just close these. Close this. I'll probably put that in a different function too. That was in timeline. So in my here. I guess when I'm doing this, I don't have to check this because I'm only gonna put this timeline inside of my slide. Yeah, I'll get rid of this check because I'm only calling this when I'm sliding, so I don't have to check if I can or if I'm sliding because I'm calling the shit when I'm sliding. So let's just go ahead and shift tab that, and then we could do a log. Log. Actually, I'll print this on my screen. G-engine. Add on screen message, and shit. Let's just put it as 1. I want to see it for at least a second. F color. Oops. We want it to be. We got magenta. I haven't used that. We're going to call F string. Print F. And then. Oops. And out. Is this ampersand F, and then we can plug in final. Actually, we can plug in default FOB because we're setting that. All right. Okay. So call that again. Hopefully, I don't run into that stupid error. But right now, we're just gonna see if the fucking shit is even changing. If it's not changing, something's wrong. Nope, still 90. Okay. Maybe it's because. Maybe this will make a difference. We'll see. Still 90. And I set my variable to 20, so it added oh, that's confusing why that's not working. when we walk through this, I get the playback position inside my timeline, which is following that curve. I set my target FOV to this value, which is 90 plus the offset. And then I set my final FOV to be a lerp in between my default and my target. And then the lerp value is my curve's float value at the timeline value. So for these, I didn't use, I did lerp, got lerp here. Let me see what that curve has. Maybe I did something wrong inside the curve. So camera curve. We're going from 0 to 1 in 0.25 seconds. Is there a call to set the FOV? Set FOV. Huh. Does it take a function? And that's my problem right there. Right there. Okay, so that should hopefully work. Yeah, that should work. I think it should work, man. Like, I'm looking at this, at least with that change, it should at least set the fucking FOV to what I wanted to set to. So let's see. Oh, yeah. And right here, whenever this slide stops, I want to reverse. So I need a timeline finish call. Oh, I got it right here. Oh, on slide timeline finish. Search for that. Oh, let's go, baby. All we gonna do here is called adjust, FOV adjust dot reverse. So if we stop sliding, it'll automatically go back. And this is literally what they do inside of Apex, bro. I'll even open up Apex and show you why I'm doing this. Like, I'm doing this because of Apex. So whenever they, let me put it in full screen. So whenever they slide, they go like that, right? And then when you stop sliding, it goes back to your hands. So you slide, and then you go back. So I'm gonna make it a little bit slower. And this is the beauty. This is the beauty of doing this with a curve. Because now I can take this curve and I can make this 0.4 seconds. I can make it a little bit more stretched out animation without having to go back into the code and adjust anything code wise and try to, you know what I'm saying, try to make the code work that way. And you see, I was just one click, I selected it and I made it longer. I didn't have to go back, recompile anything. Just have to save this, I think. Yeah, let me just, yeah. So let's play it now. Make it more gradual. And I know it still says 90, but that's because of my my message here is printing this variable, which I'm not setting anymore. I'm setting this one. So if we go here and get OV, that should update correctly. Say like 110 or something. I don't give a fuck what it says, because I can physically see that. You know what I mean? I can see that difference. That's good, man. Fuck with it. It's a little jittery because, like I said, the animation is not matching. We're gonna actually make this. Let's make this point 3. So it's not so long, but it's not so short. But yeah, the reason that it's jittery is just because the animation that I'm using for the slide is still walking. It's still it's this animation, the walking animation, which is, you know, when sliding, I want to do something similar to Apex, where they have the hands kind of turn a certain way. So I want the hands to probably turn out and do something like that, you know? I don't know. But yeah, that looks good, man. I'm proud of that. Slide, slide in, slide out, slide in. Yeah, that's good, man. All right, so that's that knocked off the board. Let me give myself a round of applause for that. I ran into a little wall. I changed a little piece of code, and then boom, you know, fixed it. So the slide mechanic, zoom that out. Now we can really take this to the completed section over here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the label on it. I might come back to it, add some more stuff, but you know, that's not there. That's not anything important right now. Right now is to add a camera shake to the startup of the sprint to simulate acceleration. Okay. And I've already set up my camera shake. So now all I have to do, I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't need it. It's just making my code look weird. Minimize that, minimize the timelines. So now all I need to do is so action binding functions on start sprint. Sprint is true if crouching. I want to go to slide, which I don't want to fuck with that. What is this? Okay, I don't know what that is. Oh, so it won't sprint if I'm not standing. Right here I sprint. Sprint is true. So right here I do it. Because this is saying a big sprinting check these. Check if I'm crouching. If I'm crouching, slide. And set crouching to false. What the fuck? What is this? Oh, okay. I'm a stupid person. So if I'm sprinting, if I was crouching, I want you to set me to standing in the slide if I'm sliding, and set the crouching to false because I'm no longer doing this. And then I want you to check if I'm in the air. If I'm in the air, check if I'm wall running. If I'm wall running, I still want to sprint. If not, if I'm just in the air, set me back to my default speed so I don't be jumping all fast in the air and shit. But if I'm not in the air, I'm on the ground and I press sprint. Sprinting is true. And set my speed to sprinting. And I also want to play that camera shake. I think it's in the camera manager too. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna just do it in gameplay status, like player, camera manager. Oops. We wanna get this and 0. And we wanna say play camera shake. I didn't make the right thing. Okay, so I gotta make a T subclass of camera shake. And check class. But so I also gotta do a check. So in here, I need to have something specifically for camera, bro. Like a section specifically for the camera. I'll just put it under here since it's kind of dealing with the same thing. Do right here. Say blueprint, rewrite. And then we want to have a T subclass of camera shake. And this is going to be called sprint acceleration shake. Do I make that a pointer? No, it's not a pointer, it's a subclass of. Do I make it a pointer? Let me open up another. Solution real fast. Like I said, the good thing about code is once you write it, you pretty much have it. You just have to keep it so that you don't have to rewrite it again. You can copy and paste code. Like, you can't do this with a lot of mediums. You can't copy and paste someone else's art on your shit and claim it's yours. But you can copy and paste someone else's code because it's yours for your game. God damn, 10.5 gig? What are you doing? This was inside of Toontanks. We're gonna just go to source, Toontanks, and I want, where did I call that at? Inside the character? No, I did call one inside the projector. I mean the projectile. So let's look at that. Let me look at his header file too. It wasn't a pointer, and I didn't have to include it in the file either. Nope, I didn't, because I didn't get anything from it. I just used it right here. Yeah, hit shake 1.0. Yeah, pretty much it. And I did do a check to see if it was valid. So we'll copy this, go to our C++, back to where we were. If I have this, then we want to do this. I want to play sprint acceleration shake at whatever the default variables that we leave it at. Okay, I might be talking outside my throat, but basically all oh shit, I'm getting sleepy. basically all I did here was a validity check. If I have this put inside the blueprint, call this. If not, don't fucking do anything because we don't want this game to crash, which it will do, which it has done. So if I recompile that, I can go ahead and plug in if this hurries up. While we're waiting on it, go ahead and follow me on social media. You know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere, man. I'm on all the social medias. I usually get on there and post something daily. Sometimes I don't, but most of the time I do, and it's usually motivational, or it's usually funny, or it's something that, you know, might make you think, is he talking about me? Wait, if he talk about me, I'm shitty. And that's your fault. But I'm not saying you can't change, because 6 months ago, I was a drug dealer and a rapper. And now I'm a fucking full-on game developer who's actually like enjoying this shit. You get what I'm saying? People can change. But yeah, go ahead, follow me on social media. You feel me? Go ahead. Check it out. So yeah, now that I compiled that, I can get into the nitty grit. And now I could bring that in. And it's the shake acceleration. And the good thing is, since I don't have the shake acceleration actually, oh, here we go with the bro. It's like, okay, I don't know why that occurs, and I really wish that I understood, because it might be something I'm doing wrong, like with my with this. But having to reload this, go in and then compile it just so it can remember that my variables are connected, which I don't know. I know that one of the things, owner, player, I don't check my player's validity every frame. That's what it is. So I also want to check if this is valid too. Hopefully this will stop breaking. So I want to check if this is valid every frame. Oh no, I got 5 minutes left on Facebook before I get locked out, so I'm gonna have to ignore that today because it's not my fault. It's you guys. Okay, so we got that. I need to definitely decrease the speed if I'm doing this. Okay, I'll do that in a second. First, we're gonna work on this camera shake. So I put it inside of the blueprints and the general, and it's the acceleration shake. So some good values, if I'm not mistaken, is point. Do we want it to, let's say 0.2. The blend out time, the 0.08, and the blend in time, 0.08. And basically, we want it to kind of wobble on or rotate on the roll like this a couple times. So it'll roll. And let's just set this to 10 and 10 and okay. So let's see what that looks like. Okay. Let's set this to 5. And maybe set this to 2 seconds. And frequency, we'll leave it at the same. Okay, that is a little bit more of what I want to do, but this could definitely give people set this to 2 and this to like 50 or 50. Oh my god. 5. Let me see. Is me changing the amplitude what made it do that? Or the frequency? Oh my god! So let's get this 5. 5, yeah. Jesus Christ. Trying to make the people throw up. I think 10 is the speed that I want, maybe 12. But I don't want this to be as frequent, maybe 0.5 for that. Real subtle, real subtle. It's like something that lets you know that you're starting up. Play this indefinitely. Zero indefinite? My bad. Follow me on social media. Let's talk to my bro. The only thing that I don't like about this is that whenever I press sprint, it does this, which won't be bad for now. Okay, I'm back. I'm back and I'm better. But what I was saying before I dipped was the one thing about this is that it does this once. So let me take these out. I don't need these. It does this every time. Excuse me. It does this every time I press the shift button to sprint. But since it's so, let me make it full screen to see like the full. Yeah, it's not too bad because it's real subtle. Yeah, shit. I think I got most of my like when I jump, there is still a bug. So if I go slide jump and I go this, it does something weird, like as if my stand didn't fall all the way through. Maybe I won't add 20 to that. Maybe I'll just add that come back. That coming back is crazy. Let's see. Jesus Christ, bro. What is with this? Like, why is that frame rate doing that to my NMBP, bro? There was another thing that I had to do. So I want to smooth the frame rate. Alright. Let's see if that did anything. There's another thing I want to do with the slide too. See, I got too much air control in the air. It's real jittery with the animations, bro. I don't know why. And that's something I'm gonna look up today. Like, why are my animations so jittery? you're gonna be able to have some fun in here once I get everything working right. Oh, my wife is calling. What's up, babe?
Hey, you still streaming?
Yeah, why?
Okay, well, I gotta be on a conference call at 2:50. I barely left work, so there's probably no walking today.
We can walk after you get out of your conference call.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
You trying to get out of this walk? My slide is so smooth, dude. That's so smooth. I got to whenever I'm sliding, I need to make the friction lower, so I'm not able to. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's in the character movement. So whenever I start sliding, which is begin slide, this slide direction is forward to this and get character movement. Let's set friction. Let's put the friction. Ground friction equal to, I think the default ground friction is 8, so let's set it to 2.0 F. Then we could this the default variable. And begin play. We want to set that default ground friction equal to this. Oh shit. What am I doing? Oh. Pressing the wrong button as well. Don't be stingy with that pussy. Hold on, wait. Whenever I resolve movement, I'll just go ahead and set the ground friction to default. My wife got to be on a conference call at 2:50, so I'm going to, this is about to crash. This is about to crash, and I didn't save. Yeah. I didn't make any changes inside of the, the editor. I don't know why it crashed. Maybe, oh shit, I'm tripping. to set the ground friction up. Yeah, because more friction would equal 20. Alright, let me look at setting that affects movement control. High value allow faster changes in direction. So that means a lower value would make it harder to change direction. So I was right about lowering it. Let me just pseudocode this. Okay. So the only thing that I'm not liking right now is basically how choppy things get whenever you try to connect. Like, say I jump here and I'm connecting from here to here. Ooh, I just fucking like wall bounced off of that. That was weird. Yeah, I'm still sprinting. Forgot I changed my default speed. Sprint speed is different speed. I wonder if if you look at the lines, you can see that a small rotation starts sprinting. I also need to do something like where did I do that camera shake and start sprint? Basically, if I stop holding out and I'm doing the sprinting, I want to stop that. So I think I could say stop camera shake. What's the first part of this? The U camera shake instant. Alright, we'll just stop all camera shakes for now. Tanya. Yeah. Maybe you can come in here. You're not naked. It looks nice. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to do that. Like, okay, so I slide and I press one of the buttons to move around and I fucking like just go wild. Like, I could slide all the way over here. I want you to be able to like slide to the direction that you're trying to slide and shit. But like once you already sliding, you can't like add this crazy movement while you're sliding. This is something I have to put in my Trello board. I don't know how to attack that right now. I have to research is just Googling the solution that's already made and trying to figure out how to make it work for me. I thought the ground friction would do it. I guess another I guess I could change it to update anyway. Where the fuck is my Stark slide at? Slide. Oh, it's called begin slide. Jesus Christ. No friction. Shouldn't be able to move anywhere. Like, I guess since I'm like loading or adding local offset. Yeah, like my change in direction is like, I can't really change directions how I did. Good God, bro, that jitter. I can't really change directions like I did. But it's still like too much. This is a good temporary addition to it right now. I wonder if that jitter is coming from me not playing in full screen, because it doesn't happen that much here. Yeah, like I can't move as well as I want to. Like I do feel like I'm kind of in mud, but it still feels like I got too much grip. It's the movement speed. Cause here. Okay, so when I slide, I want to set my max run speed down to like crouching. There's the movement. Sprinting. This is basically saying when I end my slide, if I'm sprinting, keep my speed at sprinter speed. If I'm crouching, keep it at crouch speed. Or if I'm walking, keep it at regular walk speed. Hopefully that fixes the problem that I think I'm having, where I'm able to fucking zoop. It's not intended. This might be cool, but it's not intended. Yeah, okay. Also, slide and speed should have its own thing. What is my slide speed? I think I do have a slide speed. That's actually too slow, so I need to make a separate version. Movement 1000. We'll leave that in there. That way we can adjust the blueprint later. Make it feel better. What is this? Why is it popping up right there? I'm not even in code. It was weird. We crashed again. Jesus Christ. Didn't even change anything. UE4 is crashing a lot now. I don't know why. Like, I can't even read those dump files. So let's try to compile the code again. I guess I should run debug editor mode whenever I'm testing and stuff like that. I think I can change the way that this is going because I want to move at a certain speed. I want my slide to be at a different speed. Let's see, 11 car speed, 200. Slide movement speed. Oh no. Oh duh. Top speed is that, so I can do this. That's my speed for that. My slide has nothing to do. When I'm sliding, I'm just adding an offset to position at a certain speed. I am changing Maxwell speed. This should be sprinting speed. Because I can only slide when I'm sprinting. That way when I change my fucking movement, hopefully it doesn't, don't you fucking crash on me again. There we go. Change it back to 2 now, since it's not. Because I figured out the other problem. it out. Okay. I guess there. But if I regularly slide from there, I will not reach that. What the fuck? Okay, so that's weird. It's landed, I think. When I land, let's go to sliding. Don't do that. God, it still does. Oh, then, yeah. I think that's what it was, though. Yeah. It's a weird one. 'Cause I put this here because when I jump, okay. So let's do another test real quick. Still keeping the same speed. Okay. That actually didn't do what I thought I was going to do, so I can get rid of this. And I am going to go ahead and pop this as an update because I just did a lot. Did a lot of stuff. Damn. What's up, bro? Yeah, man. When I was trying to do, I'm sorry, I'm just seeing this comment now. When I was trying to do fucking like pro gaming and shit, well, I've made a full circle. I'm not trying to be a pro gamer. I'm not trying to be a pro gamer. I'm trying to be a programmer. That's crazy, man. It's crazy that you still follow me on here. Are you still? I'm gonna put this in the chat so you can see it now. Yeah, man, that's wild. It's been a minute. Lethal. Yeah, I was trying to get on any team at that point. For Rainbow Six. Missed that game. I still got it. I haven't played it in a minute. I probably need to start playing it again. But I know that game's gonna take a lot of time for me, man. So we're on update 5. What's up, Martin? Appreciate you stopping by, bro. Update 5. Oh shit, moved on to the master race. That's good news. Man, how I look at it now, you got a game now, shit. You play anything like Apex or that new Hyperscape? I was thinking about downloading that. I play a lot of Apex. I've been playing Titanfall a lot because I'm just trying to gain reference for this game that I'm working on. I want the movement to be similar to those games, but you know, I want to have magic involved. So I updated the slide mechanic. Tightened up. Up faded, that's what I said. Up faded. Tighten up the sprint logic. And I think I added camera shake. But yeah, man, that game does definitely look crazy. I might download it today. I just don't want to get shit on in a new game. That's what it really is. Yeah, I think I'm pretty much, if I look at my Trello board, today I pretty much got this, but it's not that, it's kind of like a small thing. This still needs work. I need to have a label that says needs work. I think I fixed a couple bugs too, like when sliding to jump, crouching, and jittery. No, fixed that one. Sprinting while strafing is the same speed, while sprinting forward is not ideal. I didn't fix that one, but I fucking seen it again. You can spam sliding with no decrease in speed, meaning if you keep tapping the slide key, you can slide at the same speed every time. Can't slide off ledges. Can't slide after I jump and land while holding sprint. Up, we fix that. Yeah. See the change a lot. I'm currently playing Dead by Daylight. I sank 5 hours in the Siege. Yeah, I think I got like, I want to say almost 2K hours in Siege, bro, on different accounts. Like one account got 800, another one got like 400, another one got like 600. Ugh. Like I said, I missed that game, but I played it in February, maybe. And I was like, nah, this ain't the same shit, bro. I'm an OG. I can't play this new shit. I'm like an old man in that game. But it's still a good game, man. I definitely want to take some things from it while I'm developing whatever I'm making right now. When double jumping, the second jump is too floaty. Didn't do that. When running straight and looking at a wall, you can still run on it. When running and looking at a wall that's in range of continue. Oh yeah, man, that's a big one that I gotta fix. Like that is literally, what is that at? This is game breaking. The wall run is endless, which will be broken. Would like to add a timer. This is not really a bug. This is like a feature I want to add. The wall run is endless, which will be broken. Would like to add a timer that went, oh, that's easy. Let me do this right now. It's not a bug. It's a new feature. It's a quality of life type thing. So basically what I said here, I don't know when I wrote this card. I wish they had. June 28th, I wrote this. The wall run is endless, which will be broken in gameplay, meaning like it'll be broken if you could just run on a wall endlessly. Would like to add a timer that automatically ends the wall run and you fall off, which will actually probably help out with one of my other bugs. So in order to do that, I just got to create a new timer. Timer. Tick timer. Where am I using that? F. Timer handle. Wall run timer. And on update wall run, I want to start this timer. And then on end wall run, I want to clear it. So that's all I'm gonna do. At the end of that timer, it's gonna call end wall run. Xbox at 3. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of time, man. But I understand, like, it's a good game. Like, that's a game where you, and shit, most of the matches, especially now, like, you're gonna spend at least 45 minutes in one match. So it's easy to rack up those hours when you playing 100 games over 2 days, or, you know what I'm saying, like 100 games a week. I don't know how long you get to 100 games, but shit, you rack up those hours quick. I think it's called update wall run. Right there. So soon as I hit something right here, I want to start that timer. So it's called Get World Timer Manager. Set timer, and it's gonna be the wall run timer, and it's going to last. I didn't delegate anything. I just wanted to call in wall run. Delegate will be a character base. My sleep schedule is so fucked right now. I'm trying to wait till night to go to bed, but to no avail. Shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. I sleep whenever I get sleepy, which is usually, sometimes I'll take a daily nap, but a lot of times, like if I get stuck in a loop like how I am right now, where I'm just coding nonstop, I won't go to sleep until I finish or I get defeated by this shit, which is probably bad for the brain, but who knows. I want this to last for a certain amount of time, so I'll just say wall run time amount, and we'll make this into a variable that we can edit later. Out of here, Magus. Game mode. I remember staying right next to my enemy, Lucy Burke. Default to set 3. Maybe I'll make it to where if you like upgrade your movement, you'll get more time on the wall. You can wall run for 5 seconds. That's why I don't get involved. What's up? Okay. No, I didn't. I'm missing a few variables, I think. And loop off. And load and delay. And it's -1. Did I add too many? Let's do this. What are we doing? I got another timer in here somewhere. Let me look at the fucking. What? I don't got another timer. I swear I got another timer. Where have I done a timer? Project Sky? I don't know. What is that? Is a new game coming out? Okay, let me try this again. So all run timer. Oh, I need to create a delegate to the method. I swear I just did this somewhere. I think I just did it in this last project. And like I said, that's the good thing about having the code already written. I think it was in game mode too. Yeah, it was definitely in here. Yeah, right there. I set a delegate to this function. Okay, so it's a delegate that I gotta make. F timer delegate. And then let me just copy this and fill out what I need. You know I'm going for number 1, you know I'm gonna kill all number 2. You know I'm doing it like anytime I'm bound, you know it ain't nothing to do. I'm going up stepping in 101. Yeah, my jelly got me like I'm on the moon. Wall run delegate, which is oh god, it's gotta be linked to a controller. Should be, since I'm not doing, it should be this. Since I'm gonna find the function here and go a character base and wall run. What was that other part? What was that other part? And then true. What am I setting true then? There's no, but there is no. Bro, I set a timer somewhere where the timer just called another function. Hold on, I gotta Google real quick. No. Thank you. Thank you. It's this. Get rid of the set timer handle. This. My actor dot this. 1.0. That's how long it lasts. This. And then there's a delay. And why is it telling me that I can't do, maybe, no, there's no include. So fuck this delegate, because I was right. This is located at my character base, end wall run. It, bro. That shit should like work. I don't know why it's not. Let's just see what the fucking error is. Shit, I gotta look it up. Cannot convert 3 argument. But I'm literally looking at the reference code inside Unreal, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 arguments. Member time handle. This is the repeating function. Alright, bro, take it easy. Get World Time Manager, set timer, my F timer handle, which I created inside of my fucking header file already. Located on this actor A. I got this. I'm getting defeated. Cause this is technically supposed to be, this is supposed to work. Wait, is it a pointer? No, it is a dot. This is the right timer. Okay, so we just go get that out of there for now. Let me build this again. Which is annoying, bro. I'll reload so it doesn't break. Oh my God, unreal, dude, unreal. Like, what bug are you running into where that shit is making you break like that? Yeah, you can't move that well when you sliding that way, shit. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. I'm gonna research that timer thing a little bit more because I feel like that's supposed to work. Like, I'm literally, this code is literally what I put in. Oh, alright, it's being weird. I also gotta find out why my project keeps crashing after I compile some code. Like, when I build the code from here, it weirds itself out. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. I do have to make a delegate. I have to make that delegate because I have to pass in basically the reason this is wrong is because it's telling me this right here, it takes in a variable. And you're not giving me that variable, so technically that function is not right that you're telling me to go to. So, located in this, it's a character base, end wall run, the address to it, and then we send in the forward ended dot fell off, and that's that right there. Now, how we set a timer is the timer to delegate. There's no delay, and it's false. So now we set the timer. Wait, did we get the timer name? The timer name, the timer delegate. Timer name, timer delegate. So I'm not going to build in the editor, but I will close this, and then I'm going to run this just so I can see why that shit's crashing if it's doing that. Maybe this will tell me something. But I got 2 crash logs, and like I said, I don't know how to really read the crash logs. They're confusing to me. Okay, so technically we should only run on this wall for 3 seconds. So let's come on. 2, 3. We're still going. We're still going. We're still going. We're still going. Yeah, we didn't start that timer at all. We didn't start that timer at all. I'm gonna put a breakpoint right here. Let's see if that timer starts. It does start. We'll start. So I know this is getting called. I remember sitting right next to my enemy. Lil Uzi Vert. Fuck it 3 times, so I call that girl on my Trinity. And in no time, I never let him know his enemy. Them niggas will live killing me. What's up? I ain't with the lights in the fraud. That's why I don't get involved. What's up? Whoa. What's up? Hey. This should get 3 seconds. That was a big bug I just seen, for sure. Bug that I really want to know why it's happening. I shouldn't be able to crouch on the wall. We're gonna leave that where it's at. I'm gonna do this because I did update 6. All right. So I guess this is only live on Twitter and Twitch right now, but I'm about to go ahead and call it. I've been going for 3 hours almost. I'm gonna play a little bit of video games, you know, chill a little bit, and I'll be back sometime, probably later this week. Who knows? Maybe early next week, because it's Thursday, isn't it? Yeah, I might do some shit on Saturday, but there's no promises. I still have to keep, you know, I spend a lot of time learning and practicing with different courses. Let me show y'all where I'm at on my courses currently. The last one I was working on was Blender, 20% complete. This course, 60% complete. Is like, man, it's probably like damn near 100 hours of content in this fucking course, man. Let's see. Course is 9 sections, 342 lectures, 52 hours and 26 minutes total. 60% done. I bought this November 23rd, 2019, and I had quit C++ after trying to take this course the first time. Now I'm finally getting, you know, chunking away through it. I also got Tom Lumen's course. The next section is real important to what I want to do with my game multiplayer wise. It just giving me the basics on multiplayer. This course they added some more stuff to it, but I'm definitely trying to get in through that. I also have a couple of courses on Game Dev TV's website, which, you know, I still got to get through these as well, which is, you know, this is gonna take time, but every time I open it up and I learn something new, and I try to take it and make it work for me. This I'm not gonna finish. I might as well archive this because it's broken. I'm not gonna do the ZBrush course. I need to do this. I need to finish this. There's some other courses too that I haven't started yet, like this Blender sci-fi asset creation course. Basically, I want my game to kind of be like futuristic sci-fi, kind of like the future where magic ran the world and not money and electricity. It was more focused on power and knowledge. So that's a different type of world. So I gotta learn how to make the assets that I want to make. Whoa, is this in French? Let me make sure this is not in French. No, it's in English. Bull tool add-on, carver add-on, fast carve add-on. English, okay. But yeah, so yeah, I spend most of my time doing this stuff, just, you know, learning. I thought this is important because I want to make my own VFX and make them optimized and not use the stored ones that I'm using now. Oh, I closed the editor, fuck. But yeah, I'm using like some store-bought ones for like temporary purposes, just to get my vision across. I'm gonna change that as well. But yeah, I'll see you guys probably later on this week or sometime early next week. Follow me on social media. It's not bullshit, man. It's out there. It's I'm usually posting every day, whether it's comedy, whether it's fucking something about what's going on in the world. I usually talk about things that bother me a lot. Yeah, so it's basically like my diary. You get to tap into my brain a little bit. Go ahead and follow me on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. All this shit is the same. I'll fuck with y'all. Appreciate you stepping through. I'm out.